whether it's delivery officers, whether it's vans, whether it's PDAs, whether it's uniforms. Look, let's start with vans, right? We don't have enough that are the right shape. We have too many that are too old. And we have too many that are off-road on a regular basis. It's just a problem. It's just a problem. And I think the other thing as well is when I have a look at the costs that I see for rental vehicles, you know, it kind of makes me cry. And then when I see the additional costs of when we send the rental vehicles back and apparently we've damaged them, we get another bill, it makes me cry a little bit more. We are doing huge amounts of work on this. And I do wonder, on the grounds we need to make an investment, particularly on vans, and we're right in the middle of it now. I do wonder whether it's an opportunity to jump ahead, perhaps with electrification. But one thing that I would say, team, is that, you know, these investments are big. And my ask of everybody is let's look after them like they're our own. I think that's really important. And again, I do confess, when I see some of our vans out there, which frankly are not the best anyway in terms of condition, I do wonder whether we could look after them a little bit better. But I'll leave that one for yourselves. But I think the fundamental is our vans are not fit for purpose as they stand. We know we've got a problem. We're trying to solve the problem super, super quickly. Please bear with us. It's on the top of the list. And we know PDA is a problem, but actually we think we've solved it. I got them signed off. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that, am I? In a public call. We might have got agreement to that today. Sorry, Jenny. So I think there are some solutions that are definitely on the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise to me. It's going to be where we invest and what is the priority. And I'm pretty sure that Simon on his travels is seeing that there's been a huge lack of investment in the estate, in many of our offices that are just struggling, you know, with more parcels, etc. And there's so many different aspects of the operation that could do with a real injection of investment. So it's going to be you know, you're talking everything you touch in Royal Mail is millions of pounds, isn't it? So there's going to have to be a strategy around that. But certainly if we're delivering parcels and we're taking on more parcels and we want other products on the doorstep, then you have got to have the tools and you've got to have the vehicles. And I think by definition, we will need bigger vehicles. People are, you know, we're going to get people back to in a van as the sanctions lift in terms of the COVID. But the problem we're going to have is once you go to in a van, you'll then be putting more than one delivery into a van. So, and if you've got huge amounts of parcels and packets, that's going to be a challenge in the size of our current vans. So whatever that investment is in vehicles, and certainly electric has got to play a part of it. I mean, we really should be the industry leader on that because it is the direction of travel. And in towns, especially in some of the bigger towns, if they put things in place, it could put us well ahead of any competition by being the ones with an electric fleet, etc. We've got to look at that, but the investment's got to be sound because it's got to, you know, we want that to really fit the purpose for the operation we've got and the ambition we've got going forward. So that's there for a while, and then you can invest as well in the estate and all the other things that need investment. So a crucial decision. Far too many times, my years in Royal Mail, I've seen investments made that, you know, a year later, they regret making that investment, and they should have done something else. They shouldn't have got letter automation. We should have got parcel automation. You know, these sort of real big decisions. Now is the moment we've got to make the right decision, and especially on our vehicles. And I think that will result in bigger vehicles.
Simon, on PDAs and equipment.
Well, actually, Chris, here it is. Oh, hang on, I'll get that on my camera. Because I actually took the new one into the board meeting today to perhaps get approval for these, because I'm not sure whether I can say they've been approved or not. Sorry, Jenny, you can tell me off afterwards. And by the way, not only are they waterproof, the batteries last as well. And not only do the batteries last, they don't crash because they've got enough memory on them. And not only do they not crash, they're actually really easy to use. We tested them with the team, and I think the team actually described them as the Mercedes-Benz of PDAs. And by the way, we had a couple of examples we tested with the team. We've let the team decide because it's the team that actually use them every day. And the other thing as well, in terms of wraparound care, we're making sure that, you know, if for any reason the straps fail, that you can get replacement ones super quickly. So I'm really optimistic about this, and I expect us to have these rolled out perhaps in time for peak. And it'll also, I mean, Terry mentioned it earlier on about, potential other services at the doorstep. I think these pieces of technology are future-proof. There's plenty of capacity in them. So if we want to provide some new services, they'll allow us to do that, as well as them being waterproof.